I'm quite stubborn, Rosamond. So I wouldn't take no for an answer.
I wouldn't call you stubborn. I would call you a brilliant entrepreneur. Welcome to this week's edition of Indigo Living on the Couch series. Now, each week I invite special guests to join me on set to inspire you and inspire me. This week is a very special week. We've invited an incredible Emirati woman who is, I don't even know where to start, visionary, definitely using that hashtag girl boss. She's not only a friend, but she has created waves in the beauty industry globally. Please welcome Noor Al Tamimi, CEO of Bedashing Beauty.
Thank you very much for inviting me today, Rosamond. You know how much I love you.
Thank you. Well, it's a very mutual admiration happening for
beauty.
Sure.
You're a lovely person inside out. Always stylish, always looking beautiful.
Thank you. Well, we're going to talk about style in just a minute because you always look impeccable as well. But let's talk about being an entrepreneur, because I think you are going to be motivating and inspiring so many women and men who are watching this show. How did you start Bedashing?
Well, I started Bedashing with my sisters 10 years ago in 2008. And our aim from day one is to create something different, to revolutionize the industry, the beauty industry. So from day one, we acted like a big company with the way we brand our everything. Basically, everything was branded, and that wasn't easy to do it back in 2008 for a small company that buys few pieces of every item to actually get it branded. Yes.
That is truly commendable. I wanted to ask you, how is it to work with your sisters and family? It's never easy because who is that final decision maker? And I think each of your sisters has a very defined role in the business.
So I'm the CEO, and usually I'm the one who sets the strategy, and it works well since I'm the eldest.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
Bidu is the financial person. She takes care of the finance on all the numbers and the projections, and Dana is the CMO. She's in charge of the marketing, and this is what she actually studied and she's great in. Sarah has always been the creative one, the naughty one.
So, we love Sarah. If you're watching, Sarah, we love you.
and she always wanted, she's so super creative with her ideas, and we always wanted this uniqueness in everything we do. Bedashing is a trendsetter, and we want to continue like that, and Sarah is great in that. So she sets the creative tone of the company.
Well, one of the first things I think of when I think of Bedashing is this famous 360 chair, which I personally can't live without. But what is the story behind that?
After a few years of starting Bedashing and having multiple services of nails and hair and makeup and also face grooming, we realized how customers would like to save time and do all services at the same time. And we used to do that with the current furniture that we have, but it was quite messy. Like the customer would come, would start, for example, the consultation for the hair, and then we'll have to take her to the basin and wash her hair. At the same time, the manicurist is following her back and forth to the hair wash chair and back again to the hairstyling chair. And that wasn't really convenient. It was time consuming, it was messy, and it would take more time of our staff as well. So we decided that we need a solution. We need to find this chair where the customer doesn't move and does all services at the same time. So I visited so many exhibitions, visited so many manufacturers of salon furniture, and I couldn't find this chair. So I'm quite stubborn, Rosamond. So I wouldn't take no for an answer.
I wouldn't call you stubborn. I would call you a brilliant entrepreneur.
Oh, thank you. So when someone says no, I don't know, something fuels.
You like the challenge. You like the challenge.
Okay, I have to make it happen. So I went back. I hired a fabulous designer who helped design together with me this chair. It was a simple solution that no one thought of. Just simply the basin gliding to the chair that reclines would solve everything. So the chair reclines and turns around, and it would be easy to do that. But the whole thing, the magic was in how this basin glides magically on the floor with all its water connections and drainages all invisible. So that was the challenge, and that's why it's a patented invention under Bedashing name.
Well, I think you are a true entrepreneur, because that's what a real entrepreneur is, right? They're solving problems, they're finding a niche, and they're creating a mark in the industry. You are expanding.
Yes.
Where is Bedashing going now?
Bedashing should go everywhere, should be everywhere, should be an international beauty icon everywhere in the world. We're planning for next year to open our first branch in London, so that will be our first branch.
Congratulations.
We're working on that, and plus LA as well.
When it comes to opening locations, what are you looking for when you're opening a new location?
Well, what we look for is where are our customers, and we have two types of customers, Rosman. We have our regular customers, but most importantly, for those to come, we need to have our internal customers. We need to have the right hairdressers, the right technical people, the right nail technicians, the right therapists. So it starts first from that. Where can we find them? How can we attract them in that market? What do we need to change in our current business model to attract this talent in this market? This is where we need to start from. And then once that is done, okay, then what people in this market need, what they don't have. If I'm just another salon opening, offering another beauty service just like any other service provider, then I should just stay where I am and not expand. But the idea is that what is lacking in that market, and Bedashing should be there to offer it.
Noor, let's put aside work for 1 second. You are a mom of 5 of different age groups. What is your secret to juggling it all?
It's always a good idea to have a theme for every day of the week. Like, I like to organize myself ahead of time, and the easiest way to do that is to have like a certain theme for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and dedicate maybe one day of the week, let's say Sunday, for one of the kids, because I have 5 kids. And what I also realized that the best quality time I have with my kids is when I travel with them. So what I do is I have like short trips with all of them, and then a bit of longer trip with each one of them. They get to select where they want to go.
That's
and
nice.
they plan it as well, and I have the best time when they plan it.
That's so nice. Well, before I let you go, I ask all of our guests that join us on set, what is living beautifully to you?
Wow, that's a lovely question. Living beautifully, I realized a few years ago that when I went back like decades, and I was thinking like how I used to be tense and worried about the future, and worried about small things, big things, and everything turned out well. Everything turned out fine. Even the biggest challenges that I was very worried about turned out really well. So I learned to trust life, put my trust in God from deep inside, from my heart. I trust that things will work out, no matter how hard the current challenge is or your situation is. You need to have this trust in you always, that things will work out for the best.
And don't sweat the small stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Rosamond. Always lovely to see you.
And thank you for watching and joining us each week on Indigo Living on the Couch series. We would love to hear from you, so make sure you like and comment below, and see you next week.